And the BAFTA is awarded to Amy.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who voted for the film. Thank you for, everyone who worked on the film, all of the crew, all of the contributors, the people who trusted us to tell this story. It was a pretty difficult film to make, but it was really, in the end, it was all about Amy. We really fell in love with her when we were making the film, and our aim and mission was really to try and tell the truth about her, to show the world what an amazing person she was, how intelligent, how witty, how beautiful she was, before it all kind of got out of control and it all went a bit crazy.
I just want to say thank you to Altitude, our partners here, Universal Music, Chris King, our partner in crime here, David Joseph, Adam Barker. And yeah, just like to say, probably most of the people in this room have know somebody who struggled with addiction at some point or other. And yet the media in this country felt it was totally okay to basically tear somebody apart. So next time somebody like her comes along, let's try to be a bit more grown up about it.
Yeah. Show a bit more love. Thank you. Thanks to our families as well. Thank you to all the support. Thank you.
Okay, Asif, James and Chris, congratulations on your win for Amy Best Documentary. Let's go right back to the beginning. When you first started, to plan to make this documentary, I mean, did it become at the end? Was it how you planned it at the beginning? How did you see the story unfolding at the beginning, Asif?
It's a really good question, because actually we all discussed what we wanted to say with the film once we did a bit of research, and we felt, number one, we all kind of fell in love with her, and we wanted the audience to fall in love with her, people who maybe didn't have a high opinion of Amy, and to kind of laugh and to realise actually how funny and witty and how sharp and intelligent she was. But then as it got darker, we kind of wanted the audience to go on that journey and to feel kind of emotional about her story. And then at the ending, feel a little bit angry, actually, and feel like, you know what, this is really bad what happened, and actually it shouldn't have been that way, and we should have been nicer, and people should have maybe looked after a bit more. And next time, as James said, next time if we see this happening, maybe we all act slightly differently to stop it.
To stop that happening. I mean, you interviewed hundreds of people. Chris, how much footage did you have to wade through, and how did that story develop for you in the editing room?
It started with not very much, actually. It was probably a couple of 100 hours of broadcast footage, stuff that most people have seen, and maybe 2 or 3 interviews by the time I came on board. It grew to several thousand hours and more than 100 interviews. And it's very difficult, actually, to put the story together. You really just very organically feel, piece by piece, you put it together and try and understand what was going on for her each time. And quite often, we would do an interview, maybe 6 months down the line, somebody would agree to speak, and they would shed light on events we'd already cut. So we would go back and recut those, now understanding them much better. And it was a very organic process. And really, it was only a year and a half in that we finally said, that's looking like the film that you will all recognise now.
James, how key was Nick Szymanski's involvement in this? Obviously, he was her manager in the early day. He was a good friend. He had some incredible footage. And I think at the beginning was a little bit reluctant to sort of talk at the beginning.
I mean, everybody was really reluctant to talk to begin with, really, actually. I mean, it's the complete reverse of Senna, where everybody wanted to help. On this one, we had to basically try and convince everybody to participate. And Nick was really instrumental, because basically, as soon as we got him on side, he then was a brilliant conduit to lots of other people who were also really reluctant to talk as well, and he became part of the team, really. But he had obviously had that really good early footage, which shows her in a really lovely light, and it's so different from the kind of the endgame footage that everybody's so familiar with. So he was a key ally and believer, and as I said, he got a lot of people who were really sceptical to participate, and it's a much better film for it.
It's an incredible film and so moving, and I'm so glad that somebody has shared Amy's story, and she'll sort of stay with us for a very long time. What's your next project?
Well, there's a few things that we're juggling, but there is potentially one which we're about to start on about Maradona.
I know. This is so exciting. It's extraordinarily exciting.
Football, do you?
I know. I love it. Do you know what the thing I love about your films is, like, especially like watching Senna? I knew nothing about racing before. I fell in love with Senna all over. So I look forward to this because I know very little about Maradona. Good luck and enjoy your night, and congratulations to all of you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
One of the things this film is about is the kindness of strangers. And as the film has made its way out into the world, the warmth of the response has been completely overwhelming.